Hi there, my name is Jensen. I'm a certified personal trainer in Collingwood, Ontario, Canada. And today I'm going to walk you through a functional fitness exercise database that I created in Excel. I think it's a really useful tool for other personal trainers who are putting together fitness programs for their clients. Just to look up certain exercises in seconds and get all the information that they need. I also think it's useful for just anybody that has an interest in fitness in general. You may be doing workouts at home and you need to know what exercises you can do with certain equipment, or if you're a beginner, what exercises should you be starting with as you're just getting back into working out. So yeah, it's an extremely valuable tool, and you need to kind of play around with it to understand how it works. So I'm going to show you that today. So to begin, I'll show you how to first of all download the database. So you can go to my website, strengthtoovercome.com. And at the top of the page, you can see functional fitness exercise database. So just click on that tab. It'll bring you to this page. And at the bottom of the page, there is a button here, download database. So you can access it there. It's only in Microsoft Excel right now. It works both on the mobile version, the iOS version, which I'm using right now on my iPad, but it'll also work on your desktop version as well. I don't really recommend that you use it on your phone. It's a large data set. So it's not very functional to look at a tiny screen when trying to access this large amount of data. So either on your tablet or on your desktop, that'll probably be the best bet to get the most use out of it. So we just click the button, we download the database in Excel. You can see here it downloaded. And once it's downloaded, we open it up. So this is what the database looks like. And what I'm going to do, I'll just show you how to use the filters first. So all of the headings here that you can see in bold can all be filtered. So what you want to do is, let's say difficulty level here. In order to filter the data, you just click on this little drop down tab. So we click here, we go to filter items, and you can select one. So if we just have a beginner who's new to working out, you can actually select them all, or you can select a few. So if we want maybe, let's say beginner and novice exercises. So our list of data is filtered to those parameters. So that's one filter, and the power of this database is you can select as many filters as you want. So let's say we're looking for just a beginner exercise. We have a client that wants to train his glutes. So we can go glutes. And the equipment that they have is, let's say they have mini bands, so it filters it down again, and so on and so on. So you can get as detailed as you want with the search. Again, just filter items, select as many items as you want, and then we had probably 1,200 exercises, and now we're filtered down to 5 exercises there based on our parameters. So yeah, so that's how you use the filters. What you have to do each time though is you have to reset the search. You have to reset all the filters in order to start over on your next search. So to do so, at the top here there is a data tab. So click on data, go to filters, and then select this button here, clear all. So you're gonna clear all those filters we just highlighted. So clear all, and then we're back to the original data set. So you have to do that each time you search. It's a small step, but it's required in order to restart. Yeah, so that's how you use the filters. I think the best way for me to show you the power of the database is to work through a couple of examples. I have 3 examples that I'm going to show you. So let's pull that up. So the first example that I have here, example number 1, I have a female client, Samantha, who is a golfer in her late 30s that has a few years of experience at the gym with strength training, but now wants to start training at home. She has a young family and needs to be close by for the children. So currently, Samantha has 1 kettlebell at home and would like to learn some new exercises to improve her core strength, specifically her obliques, the size of her abdominals. And her primary goal is to improve the rotational power of her swing to drive the ball further. Lastly, she hurt her shoulder 2 weeks ago, so she can only use 1 arm for the time being. So in this example, we can break it down, and Samantha is not a beginner with working out. She has a few years under her belt, so she's probably novice to intermediate difficulty level. She wants to learn more about kettlebell training. She has 1 kettlebell at home. She wants to target the abdominals, specifically the obliques. She wants to learn rotational exercises to help with her golf swing, and she can only use 1 arm because she hurt her shoulder. So you can see here quite a few parameters for what she's looking for. And if we don't have the database, you know, it's hard to get that information. It's really hard to answer what exercise exactly she should be working on without having to do a lot of research. So let's see the database in action. So let's load up Excel. So for Samantha, we're going to choose here difficulty level. What we said was novice and intermediate. She wants to target her abdominals, specifically her obliques. So we filtered that down. She wants to learn kettlebell training, so we select kettlebells. She only has 1, so we just select the 1. She did hurt her shoulder, so she's only, back here. She's only able to use 1 arm, so we've selected single arm here. And then lastly, she said she wanted to focus on rotational, so we select that. And then we'll keep going, and I think that's it for the filters. So we've taken over 1,200 exercises, and based on the parameters that Samantha gave us, we have 3 exercises here that she can work on at home. The single arm kettlebell windmill, single arm kettlebell Turkish get up, and single arm kettlebell side swing. And I also have included a short YouTube video. So I've just linked where you should be getting your information from. It'll take you right to the individual's YouTube page. Kind of just demonstrating. So here's a quick demonstration of what it looks like. And if you need an in-depth example, I have a longer example kind of explaining the technique a little bit more for you. So yeah, so that's the first search. So now Samantha has 3 exercises that she can start practicing. That's going to help her accomplish her goal of increasing her rotational power for her golf swing. Okay, so again, we need to go to data, filter, clear all. We're back to the original data set, and we can begin the second example. So example number 2 that I have a male client. His name is Bill, in his early 70s, and he's never strength trained before. His wife is concerned about his mobility as he is really struggling to get up from a seated position. He would like to improve his lower body strength, specifically his glutes, to be able to get out of the chair unassisted. Because of his restriction with mobility, he wants to work out at home and only has mini bands and a stability ball to use for equipment. He also gets pain in any position when he is on his side or kneeling. So breaking it down, we have the following parameters. He is a beginner. He wants to work on lower body strength, specifically his glutes. At home, he has a mini band, a stability ball, and he can use his body weight. And we have to be careful because he gets pain when he's on his side or when he's in a kneeling position. So where should Bill start with his workouts? So we come here, back to the database. Because he hasn't worked out before, we're going to say he is a beginner. So beginner, target muscle group, he wants to work on his glute strength. The equipment that we have available is body weight, mini band, and a stability ball. And here under posture, we have 4 different postures available. He gets pain when he's lying on his side or if he's in the kneeling position. So quadruped, you're on all 4s. So you're on your knees, so that's not going to be available. So we're left with the bridge position and single leg bridge position. So we filtered that down. And I think that's it. Lower body, which is selected. Yeah, so for Bill, again, just where to start. Given his parameters, exercises he'd be comfortable with his pain as well. We have glute bridge, stability ball hip thrust, frog pump. So a lot of hip extension movements that are going to help work his glutes and help give him that strength so that he can, get out of the chair without using his upper body and just, be as mobile as he can for as long as he can. And again, we have short YouTube demonstrations. So just a quick example of what it looks like. And again, if Bill needs more in-depth guide, in-depth technique, we've got that as well. So here's another short video that's going to explain the technique in a little bit more detail. Okay, so that's Bill. And let's go through one more example. Again, data, filter, clear all. Okay, so third example, I have a male client, Dominic, who has a lot of experience with calisthenics and wants to learn new challenging movement patterns to improve his upper body strength, specifically his shoulder strength in the handstand position. He currently has parallette bars in his home garage gym setup. Dominic also wants to learn movements that are combination exercises, so 2 exercises combined to increase the degree of difficulty. So breaking it down, we have the following parameters. Dominic wants to try these advanced exercises, so we're going to select master difficulty level. Wants to improve his upper body strength, his shoulder strength. He has parallette bars available. He wants to work on combination exercises, and he's inverted. So where should Dominic start? So here we go. So Dominic, difficulty level. He has quite a bit of experience with calisthenics. We're going to go master difficulty level. He wants to target his shoulder strength. He has parallette bars, inverted, which is selected, and we only want combination exercises to make it a little bit more difficult. So again, in seconds, we filtered our whole data set. We're left with 2 exercises that Dominic can start practicing. The L-sit to bent arm press handstand, and the Stalder press to handstand. And again, we have examples of what it looks like. And a quick explanation teaching you sort of how to do it just on YouTube. Just directing you to the right information, just to save you time in searching. It really can take hours to learn some of this stuff, or just find what you want to find. You have to sort through so much information. So yeah, it just makes things a lot more efficient for you as you are learning or putting together programs. And I've used it myself, building programs for my clients, and I can't go back to anything else. It's just super, super helpful. It saves me hours and hours as I'm designing programs. So it's been really worthwhile. And that's why I want to share it with everyone else, because I think there is, quite a bit of value in this. So yeah, I think that's about it. I am offering it for free. I want as many people as possible to benefit from this. And for me, the easiest way to do that is to just let people use it, play around with it. It has been a lot of work. It'll continue to be a lot of work because there's a lot of missing data that I hope to fill in, or I have to film exercises myself to kind of complete it and continue to add exercises. So if you do believe in what I'm doing and you want to support my business, in the database, I've given 2 options for you if you do want to give back. I have a link here for Stripe, so we can just open that. So if you do want to make a small financial contribution to help me, I would greatly appreciate it. It'll allow me to spend more time to refine and improve the database. So I have Stripe, and also I have a link here to PayPal. Just open that up here. So if you did want to make a small contribution, I'd really appreciate it. And lastly, just at the top here, if you have an old version of the database, I have a link here back to the main page where I'm going to constantly be updating the database. So just keep checking here for the most recent version, just so you stay up to date. Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get a lot of use out of it. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email or leave a comment down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.